पंचेंद्रिय का छोड़ दे बंधन, तन मन से तू हो जा समर्पण। पंचेंद्रिय का छोड़ दे बंधन, तन मन से तू हो जा समर्पण। दिव्य ज्योतिर्मय देह धारण कर, बाबा के पास जा होके मगन। प्रेम की डोर में मोती पिरो के, प्रेम की डोर में मोती पिरो के। कर ले सच्चा श्रृंगार, उड़ जा प्यारे वतन में, नीले अंबर के उस पार, नीले अंबर के उस पार। पंछी रे बन के फरिश्ता बाबा से मिलना, देना संदेश हमारा। बन के फरिश्ता बाबा से मिलना, देना संदेश हमारा। याद प्यार हम सबका देना, लावतन का नजारा। सच्ची लगन से बन जा बाबा के, सच्ची लगन से बन जा बाबा के। तू गले को हार, उड़ जा प्यारे वतन में, नीले अंबर के उस पार, हो नीले अंबर के उस पार। पंछी रे
Shanti. Just to let you all know that we are offering bhog for Ishu Dadi for 13 days. So today's date 2nd. So we offered bhog today, and now we'll be listening from Mohini Didi, the bhog message. But just to let you all know that first she will be sharing in Hindi, and then she will share same thing in English. So if you are listening Hindi, just be sure that you will be getting in English after that. So thank you. And the reason behind it, that there is a special request that they want book message for Ishu Dadiji. So that's why she wants to say first in Hindi and then in English. Thank you.
बाबा को भोग लगाने के लिए जब वतन में बाबा ने बुलाया, गुरुवार का भोग और होता है और आज का अलग होता है। तो बाबा के सामने जब वतन में भोग सामने रखा बाबा के, और मैंने बताया कि इशू दादी के निमित्त हम परिवार की तरफ से भोग स्वीकार कराना चाहते हैं इशू दादी को। फिर मैंने याद प्यार दी, जो खासकर कविता बहन और जो बहनें इशू दादी की देखभाल करती थी, तो उनकी याद प्यार दी। तो बाबा मुस्कुराने लगे। इशू दादी तो बाबा की बहुत प्रिय समीप रतन थी। तो बाबा ने उनको वतन में तो वो थी, उनको बताया कि आपके लिए परिवार से याद प्यार और भोग भी आया है। बाबा ने भोग स्वीकार किया, उनको भी कराया। और जैसे कि आपस में पहले बाबा दादी बहुत स्नेह भरी दृष्टि की लेन देन कर रहे थे, और फिर हम सभी के साथ भी बाबा ने दृष्टि की लेन देन की। फिर बाबा मुस्कुराने लगे। बाबा ने कहा, देखो अभी आपको एक और ड्रेस पहननी पड़ेगी। तो मैंने कहा, वो कौन सी ड्रेस पहननी है? तो बाबा ने कहा, देखो जैसे आज हॉस्पिटल में नहीं वो ड्रेस डालते हैं, आपने देखा है ब्लू ड्रेस, ये कोट वोट डालते हैं सारा। तो बाबा ने कहा, आप लोगों को फरिश्ते की ड्रेस सब पहननी पड़ेगी, क्योंकि दूसरों को मदद करने के लिए उनका दुख है या उनकी कोई भी चिंता है, भय है, तो बाबा ने कहा कि वो सब की वाइब्रेशंस सुनते सुनते आप लोगों पर नहीं प्रभाव डाले, उसके लिए सब एक फरिश्ते की ड्रेस पहन करके ही आप हर एक की बात सुनो और देखो। तो बाबा ने कहा, जैसे आप लोग हर तरह से सेफ रहेंगे, न केवल सेफ रहेंगे पर दूसरों को भी उन वाइब्रेशन से बचाने के लिए या शक्ति देने के लिए आपको ये ड्रेस पहननी होगी। फिर बाबा ने कहा, देखो ऑक्सीजन तो मन मना भाव की है, बस बाबा की हर श्वास बाबा की याद में लो, तो आपको खुद भी ऑक्सीजन मिलेगी और दूसरों को भी उनको भी श्वास श्वास की स्मृति से अपने में शक्ति भरो। फिर उसके बाद बाबा ने इशू दादी को देखा। तो बाबा ने कहा, देखो बच्ची में बहुत विशेषताएं थी, और उस विशेषताओं में उसको अपनी कोई विशेषता का इंकार नहीं था, ये भान नहीं था कि मेरे में ये विशेषता है या मैं तो विशेष आत्मा हूं। नहीं, बाबा ने कहा, बाबा ने उनकी हर विशेषता को बेहद में यूज किया। सबसे बड़ी उनकी विशेषता कि उन्होंने सारी जब से वो बाबा की बनी, उनका बुद्धि योग कभी भी किसी मनुष्य आत्मा, किसी वस्तु की तरफ नहीं गया, चाहे लौकिक परिवार में चाहे अलौकिक परिवार में, परंतु उनकी प्रीत, उनका बुद्धि योग सिर्फ एक बाप के साथ ही था। तो बाबा ने कहा, ये विशेषता, इस तरह का सर्टिफिकेट बहुत थोड़े बच्चों को मिलता है कि कहीं भी बुद्धि योग उनका कभी नहीं रहा। तो उसके बाद बाबा ने कहा कि देखो, जो बाबा जिनकी विशेषता यूज करते हैं वो सभी के लिए एक एग्जाम्पल बन जाते हैं। सभी को सदा ही वो प्रेरणा भी देते हैं और खुद उनका जीवन भी बहुत संतुष्ट भी और प्रसन्नचित भी रहता है। तो वो एक उदाहरण थी संतुष्टता की मूर्ति की और प्रसन्नता की। तो बाबा ने इशू दादी को बोला कि आप कुछ कहना चाहते हो या? तो उन्होंने मुस्कुरा के कहा सबसे पहले कि मेरे को बहुत यज्ञ से, बेहद के परिवार से बहुत स्नेह मिला है और हर तरह से बाबा ने कहा दादी ने कि मेरी यज्ञ से देखभाल हुई है और खासकर फिर मैंने कहा आपको याद देते हैं कविता और भी जो उसके साथी हैं। तो इशू दादी ने कहा उनको मेरी बहुत याद देना और उनको कहना कि आप लोगों ने मेरी जीवन से जैसे देखा है कि मैं सदा संतुष्ट रहती थी, एक बाबा की ही याद में थी, हर्षित रहती थी। आप सभी भी अभी वो ही करो। मुझ आत्मा को याद नहीं करो, परंतु एक बाबा को याद करो और जो आप लोगों ने अपनी आँखों से देखा, वो अपनी जीवन में धारण करो। ऐसे कहते हुए बहुत-बहुत सभी को याद दी और खास बहनों को याद दी। So offered bhog to Baba and there was a special request from the sister who had been mainly taking care of her until last minute, that she wants to know how Dadi is in subtle regions, what is she doing, what she has to say. So Baba said one of the main speciality of Ishu Dadi was that in alaukic life, since she belonged to Baba, her yoga of intellect was only with one Baba, never with any human being, never with any material things. Never her intellect was anywhere else. And that's, Baba said, is a great speciality to be a special soul. So when one is not proud of one's own speciality, there is no ego, then Baba is able to use that speciality in an unlimited way. So she was the one. But then Baba said that as you all see, medically, those who help patients, those who have virus or any sickness, they wear a kind of dress to protect themselves. So you all also have to wear angelic dress now while listening to the sorrow, listening to the pain, listening to the sickness, or if some have to see it also, then be in your angelic stage so that the vibrations of those souls doesn't reduce your own strength. So you all have to remain strong, protect, help others also, but wear the dress of angel. So it was a beautiful dress. Our dress is right white dress, very big. And Baba said, Man mana bhav, every minute, every moment, remembrance of Baba is oxygen for you. So use that and give others also. Then Baba gave lots of love and Ishu Dadi was very thankful that she was being taken care of by Yagya. She always received a lot of love, respect, and then she gave love to the sisters who were taking care of her until the last minute. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is chapter 3, step 8, the story of immortality. The Supreme Soul enters the corporeal world. Just to let you all know that today is Saturday. So after Didi's sharing, we have our journey and then sharing by your guest, and then we will have our dear brother Eric for chit chat. So stay with us. Om Shanti. Now we'll listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. 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 Om Shanti
Om Shanti. Story of immortality is our story, right? We all are immortal souls and we are also eternal travelers. So it's so interesting when we listen something and we know that since Amritvela, then traffic control, night time, I have to reflect on that. And it was very interesting last night was about feeling the presence of Baba in home of silence or one who is invisible, right? I know that when it comes to virtues, they're not visible, right? I know that people go to Madhuban or come to centers. So when they eat Brahma Bhojan, they like it very much. And then they say, how do you cook? What's the recipe? Hmm. So we give recipe which is common, right? But their food still won't taste same as of Madhuban, of Yagya Pandavavan. So then they tell them one of the very important seasoning we put is God's love. We cook in God's love with lot of love. That's why it's so tasty. So is love visible? It's not visible. We feel it, no? Same is when it comes to fragrance. If I say it's fragrance of your rose or jasmine, can you see it? You cannot. But you can smell it, right? You can know the taste of mango, but mango has fragrance, right? Any fruit. So the quality or the virtue is not visible, cannot touch those things, but you feel it. That is why Baba keeps telling us it is in soul consciousness that you remember me. Because in soul consciousness, your senses, your feelings are able to experience divinity, purity, love, belonging, all that from God. And you feel that, that Baba loves me now. Of course, some of us had fortune to experience God's love through Sakar Baba or Avek Babdana. But even otherwise, that could be half an hour, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. But to feel presence is not something which if I see through the eyes, then I can do it. So soul consciousness and always have pure feelings. As much our feelings are pure, you can experience Baba's presence more and more. But if mind and intellect has any kind of rubbish or something stale from yesterday day, so the presence will not be experienced. I had been really paying a lot of attention these days that my feelings should remain always pure, not only for my own self, but for everyone. Very, very pure feelings. Not allow feelings to be affected by anything. So when there are pure feelings in us, and that means our feelings are pure, then you can experience Baba's presence. Whether it is Baba's love, Baba's power, or what he is doing to me through his presence, so he's bringing transformation to me. So it's not that if God is invisible, then it's difficult to feel. Yeah, only what attention one has to do, one has to give is not allowed to build up things in the feelings. from past about this one, about that one, then the capacity of feelings reduces. But if I really keep my feelings, as I said, clean, pure, light, it takes 1 second, actually, 1 minute to be with Baba, to feel the presence of Baba. It is both ways important, no? Because I want to connect with Baba, but also I want to feel Baba. So even connecting, because it has to be through the intellect or through feelings. So as much they are in soul consciousness, they are pure, they are clean, but also could be of, as we say, we have good wishes. Whatever I am thinking, I am giving to myself first and then to others. If we remember that, if I think so and so like that, but is that thought in me is not a good thought, right? Even it could be right, but that's not the quality of thought I should have. I remember during Brahma Baba's time, I used to pay a lot of attention because I have to experience Shiv Baba through Brahma Baba. So just have never through our words we want to say anything for anyone. Why should I say? Baba used to say, okay, if it's necessary, tell me in brief, Baba will take care. So we have to pay a lot of attention, and we will feel, and we do feel, Baba is guiding us, Baba is with us, Baba is giving us power, Baba is supporting us. All that will become our natural experience. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So now we will invite our two angels to take us through our journey. Welcome.
Step number 8, understanding the acts of God.
My mind and heart feel as if they are expanding as I try to embrace the understanding of what is being taught by this most unique teacher. He said that his role requires him to enter this old world and to find his long-lost children. Could it be that my spiritual father, as well as my mother, not just for this birth, but for all time? When he looks at me, I do feel a limitless love coming from his eyes. He explained that he knows me completely and has always known me. He said he has come at this time because he understands what's happening to me and to the world. He knows about the darkness and the vices that have seized the world. I wonder what caused him to come at this specific time. I see he's coming towards me. I'm going to ask him, what made you come at this time?
You called out to me, and what did you say?
Oh God, my mind has become so peaceless and empty. Come and give me peace of mind.
I left my residence of the land beyond sound and came into the land of sound in order to take all my children, the souls, into the state of silence. Because in the state of silence, there is the experience of immense peace. You called out to me.
Come and purify the impure.
You call me the purifier, the one to remove all the flaws in the soul, who are like diamonds. Therefore, I come and advise you how to become pure and how to radiate the light of your purity. You called out to me.
O bestower of happiness and remover of sorrow, come and make me happy.
The Father's plan is to create heaven. I have brought you heaven on the palm of my hand. So the fortune of heaven is now on the palm of your hand. You called out to me.
You are the ocean of love, and I am thirsty for a drop.
You are now merged in the ocean of love. You are no longer standing on the shore, thirsty for a drop of God's love. You called out to me.
O liberator, O guide, come and take me home with you.
I have come to take you to your sweet home. You will return with me. You called out to me.
O God the Father, have mercy. Change the angry intellects of human beings so that we do not fight amongst ourselves.
I have come to open your third eye of recognition. I tell you to become soul conscious and follow my elevated directions. You have called out to me, and I have come. You are the jewels of my eyes, the long lost and now found children. I now ask you, did we meet before?
You are the same one, and we are the same children who have come to meet you again.
The Father's divine acts transform the world through three powers: the power of truth, the power of purity, and the power of silence. I am the creator. I transform the old into new, the impure into pure, and falsehood into truth. I create the new creation within the old creation. In the old world, I awaken your consciousness of being a soul, and I give you spiritual birth through a transformation in consciousness. The powerful creator establishes a link between himself and each soul. I sow the seeds of making every soul peaceful and happy. I give elevated sustenance through three relationships of father, teacher, and Satguru. You are being sustained by following my elevated directions. You have the consciousness of a trustee, knowing that God has given everything to you in trust. I come to purify the world. My act of purification is to show you the cause of impurity and to teach you the method to remove those impurities. You now understand that I, the Purifier Father, works through the power of silence to bring about transformation. Not all human beings of the world, not just all the human beings of the world, but everything, even the 5 elements and the animal kingdom, will become Satopradhan. That is, they will return to a state of complete truth and order. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. We'd like to invite Sister Claudia to join us. Om Shanti, Claudia, welcome.
Good night. I brought another invited with me. I hope you don't mind.
Oh,
It will help me to bring all the answers from the subtle region.
Oh, we love, you brought your perfect self and Claudia and the perfect self, right? Beautiful. Of course, and Shiv Baba. So Claudia, what Baba's saying, that he gives all of us sustenance, through the 3 relationships that we have. So father, teacher, guru, Satguru. And what we wondered was, we really wondered, in the years that you've been with Baba, has there been like a one of those relationships that's been more prominent than the others, easier than the others, and one that you find yourself in more?
Yes, actually more father before is the easiest one, but father mother kind of thing. It's a combination for me. Sometimes I need a father that protects me, that guides me, that makes me feel strong, but also a mother that is more, like the feelings of being in my mother's lap, being caressed and taken care of. So I really enjoy both of those, kind of more like being protected with the love of a father, of a mother. So yes, those are the most easier for me to feel.
So when you're in that relationship, so can you give a little bit, of like an example of how you've experienced Baba as mother, father?
Yes, actually, sometimes when I feel down, or I feel that the life has been too much, and there are many situations overcoming my feelings, and I'm feeling too much for me, I like to feel that there's a special place that Baba is waiting for me, and also that Baba finds me in the little corner of this world, and he's just doing this special subtle region for us, and he's taking me there just to be safe, to be like Sister Mohini was saying right now, to put the angelic suit, and I feel like my mom, my mommy, Baba's my mommy, is taking me there, and he has all prepared for me to feel better, to feel protected, to feel strong, and to also help him or her in the task of protecting the rest of the brothers and sisters in the world. So I really enjoy that feeling of belonging. The Baba takes me there, put me in his lap or her lap, and just like mommy and daddy is just rocking me in his arms and just feeling everything will be fine, you're strong, you're good. And it's like making me feel that I can stand with my both feet. Like sometimes the fathers are like okay, go. Life is like that and you're strong. Come on, you can do it. Sometimes it's like that, or sometimes it's just, okay, everything will be fine. So I really enjoy that. The both combination of sometimes you need to just been taking care, and others like, oh, come on, you're strong, you can do it. Come on. It's like the birds, the mom or the father bird teaching the bird how to fly. Sometimes it's just like, okay, jump, go, stretch your wings and fly. Sometimes I feel like that, and it's like, okay, I'll do it. And other times like, oh my God, I can't, help me. And it's like, okay.
I just absolutely love when you take the baby, you're rocking the baby, right? This is a beautiful image, that will stay with us. So, okay, so thank you so much for coming in this evening, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Thank you so much, Claudia. That was beautiful, a really beautiful vision. So now we are going to have our quest for tomorrow. And for our godly dawn, our Amrit Vela, Baba is the creator and I am the creation. And as we travel through our day for our traffic control, in a second, I change impure into pure and falsehood into truth. In a second, I change impure into pure and falsehood into truth. And for our evening reflection, reflect on the many ways that Baba has sustained you throughout your Brahman life. What do you consider to be the greatest sustenance you have received from Baba? And you can write this down in about 8 words that describe your feelings from Baba, having experienced that sustenance from Baba, or you can choose one word and illuminate that word, draw around that word that describes that same feeling of how Baba has sustained you through your Brahman life. Thank you, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you, angels. That was very nice sharing. Thank you. So today is Saturday, so we have our chit-chat time today. So before we invite our brother, I would like to give you some good news. So I have something to share with all of you. We have special program planned for our Vikti Parivar, and it will be on May 16, Sunday. So it's next Sunday, and this will be with our 2 dear brothers, and Brother Charlie and Brother Ken. So they will be with us Sunday, May 16, 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. New York time, then 5 to 6:30 p.m. Brazil time, and in Australia it's already next day, so it's 6 to 7:30 a.m. in Australia. So the whole purpose of this program is we will be hearing the conversation between these 2 brothers, and they will be taking us to their childhood days, and they will share with us their stories, and we will live those moments with them. So the days of our childhood. So Brother Charlie and Brother Ken, and of course our Mohini Didi will be joining later on after their conversation. And because in the early days in London, so these 2 brothers were there and Didi was also there. So we will have a beautiful sharing and we will be just listening, right? So please welcome to all of Vikti Parivar, and you can invite all Baba's children. You can share this with all Baba's children. and they are welcome too. Thank you. Avyakti journey. Avyakti Parivar Chit Chat, sharing from the heart that touches the heart. So, welcome, dear brother Eric.
Shanti, dear Mohini Didi, and loving greetings to each and every one. It's so nice to see that not only, Mohini Didi, you always have a beautiful bouquet of flowers around you, but it seems that Avyakti Parivar is also creating those beautiful bouquets of souls. And it's so lovely to get to know many souls from different corners of the world. So thank you to the team of the special story of immortality. So, waiting for Mohini Didi to come back from such a world. Thank you. Nice, you're here. Good to see you. Hope you're well and happy to have this little conversation again today. I was really actually touched by the word presence. And very much because it's a word that I've been echoing in my mind. And I'm actually almost replacing remembrance by feeling Baba's presence. Do you think it's okay to do that? To think that, you know, instead of counting how many minutes I remember, I prefer to feel how long did I spend in the presence of Baba.
It's accurate.
It's accurate. Okay. That's
Yeah, accurate. Everyone should think that way. Yeah.
Now, I love this word presence. And you touched already on this notion that that presence is possible based on, of course, the quality of my thoughts, my feelings, but I'm sure we can go a little bit deeper in what creates Baba's presence. And first of all, I'd be very curious to know, what is your experience of Baba's presence? How does it manifest? Do you feel he's next to you, behind, on the side? Do you feel he's moving, he's talking? What's your experience of feeling Baba's presence?
No, if we are talking about Baba, Shiv Baba as incorporeal being, then it's the quality, you know, like I will feel a lot of love and I will feel that, you know, someone is helping me to purify my thoughts or reminding me of certain things. And so presence more of incorporeal, you know, so it's not behind, front, or on the side, but it is more of like suddenly there will be a big wave of divinity. Now it is from both sides, you know, one is when I'm remembering Baba or maybe I need help, other is also Baba thinks of us, you know. So sometimes I feel now Baba is thinking of me, that as an instrument for yajna, you know, inspire me for something or kind of give a indication that what I should be doing and helping me to go forward. I feel upgrading me as an instrument. So it's both ways, you know, my effort and presence from that. And other is Baba also thinks of us. Like he must be thinking that, oh, Brother Eric should do something which can reveal Baba or say something. So when he's thinking of us, it's a different kind of presence. And I feel that also few times, you know, and I know now there is another assignment or he giving me another lift or he's kind of giving me in advance some power so that when I have to take a new assignment or do some service, I should be able to do it. So his presence in the way of what also he's providing. And that's very powerful, actually. It could be, you know, it's like Baba is calling and I'm just very attentive and I'm trying to listen to Baba.
Do you find sometimes that you question whether it is your own state that is creating that wave? Or are you always sure that it is really Baba who is consciously connecting with you
It is both ways, you know. Sometimes I know that it is something within me, something is calling me to change or do whatever it is. But I also feel very clearly when it is from Baba, because that is something like I haven't thought or I wouldn't take that direction. And I immediately know that it's his instructions and I should do that, you know. So I think it is, of course, from my own stage and effort, but also it's very clearly from Baba too.
But still, I was wondering, I was a bit joking about he's on the left or on the right, but seriously, do you sometimes consciously try to draw Baba's presence when you do something? Let's say you're asked to, I don't know, something rare that you must rarely do, I don't know, give a talk on Zoom, you know, you're asked, can you give a message on Zoom? I know you may be thinking, oh, Zoom again, you know. So do you sometimes talk to Baba and says, Baba, I want to be with you and I want to feel your presence. So do you sometimes, without going maybe necessarily into the qualities or the wave like you were describing, but like, you know, if I'm a little bit lonely and I want to call you and say, Mohini Didi, I would like to hear from you. How are you doing? Do you feel sometimes you just want to feel Baba's presence? Just like very simple like that?
Yeah, because just connecting with Baba, no, in few seconds, few minutes, connect with Baba, and then you could talk to Baba, or you can create that presence. And I have to do it very often, you know. And I have to pay more attention. Like, you know, when we are listening about sickness and death, and you have to talk to people when they're some very loved one has left. And so I really just connect with Baba very much. And it's like connecting them also, other souls, with Baba, so that whatever few words I am saying, because what can you tell someone who a young wife, husband left body? What can you tell her? Nothing really. It is consolation, but it can't be really, because that immediate absence of a young woman's whole life to take care of herself and the child. So what I do is I connect with Baba. And these days I connect more, as I said, because what can I do? You know what I'm saying? I can't do anything. And even like last night, I was meeting a family. I ran out of words because when I saw all of them so sad, and I could feel real sorrow, and so I couldn't say much, you know. So I have to kind of bring Baba and at least keep that connection, and let's see what Baba has to say, or give them power. And because whole day this keep happening, whole day these days. Every phone call comes, I say, oh, let me see now what's the news. And it's really, as I liked when Baba said today, that you all have to wear the costume of angel to protect yourself from the vibrations of pain, sorrow, worry, fear, which is so common now. Even amongst Brahmins, no, so much is happening. And when Ishu Dadi, you know, her, the sister who's taking care of her, she called me so often. And so I can feel that what she is feeling at that time. But if I stay in that feeling, I can't help, right? So I have to be with Baba. And so these days it's easy, like in soul consciousness, we with Baba. Baba could invoke also, because Baba also knows that actually it's his duty, right? It's not our duty to remove the sorrows or to give power. So he comes on the call and he says, okay, you listen, but I will help you. So I have a lot of that experience, you know.
That thing is a little bit easier for you, I would suspect, because I presume your stage is very high and you've been, working on it for so long. And I like what you're sharing, because to me it resonates with, the quality of what we are attracts Baba as well. And I know sometimes when Baba says that Baba loves especially, obedient, faithful, serviceable children, it definitely has, he will respond to your call easily because your stage is already able to match Baba's presence. But I'm feeling as so, what should you share about, what should be our stage that will attract Baba so easily? And I found today that for me, when I try to experience Baba's presence, it does, of course, come easily. But I was challenged and I was thinking, if I increase my purity, I won't have to remember him so much because he will be attracted to me. He will want to remember me. So I would love to have a stage where actually Baba keeps being present even without me making effort. Is that possible?
Yeah, one is stage, but other is because of whatever reason, when people trust you and expect that you will help them, in the sense of whatever way, whether good wishes or bringing Baba's blessings. And so I feel that when I look at Baba, I say, they're not telling me, they're telling you. But I have to listen because they believe I, as an instrument, can communicate with you and you can help. So I feel like when you have been given that responsibility, it's not I want it, but as soon as people hear something, call Sister Mohini, let Sister Mohini know, even during day, I was little bit resting and somebody called, really, you are ready to hear? Can we tell you? I said, okay, tell. So immediately I have to be with Baba and say, let me listen. I knew it's going to be something serious and they didn't want it to bother me because I had a long morning. So I feel like that if whatever little I can do, because people trust, and it's Baba's duty, but I am doing it partially, right? So I think that that's where extra help also comes, because then he has to do it. Like
Because
one soul very, very close to us is almost going, and so she likes to have one word or one line of message every day. So I said, okay, I go to Baba. So, think of Baba, and immediately feeling comes. I am holding her hand. She's, she will be like this. So then I say, well, that's what I feel. So it depends on our duties, right? If we taking, I don't think I've taken that duty, but because people trust and they think I can do, so Baba has to help me extra, no? Otherwise, I won't be able to do it.
I think, Baba needs big helpers, and he, like the president needs a vice president. I think he hired you as a virtue president. And so not just as a very, very good helper, and you probably have huge duty. And you mentioned earlier, that if, of course, there is soul consciousness, but also if we maintain very pure feelings for others, good feeling and pure feeling for others, and wanting to help, to serve, to be benevolent, I mean, that will also allow Baba to be present. So what are the other qualities you feel attract Baba's presence?
I think one of the important quality one should have is love for everyone, every soul, whatever they are. And one lesson I remind myself from Dadi Janki, that don't give up, don't, because when you are a little bit kind of, I have done whatever I could, but I don't see any response or change. Is it something right? Or even few thoughts come. Then I look at Baba, and Baba, the love emerges for that soul. And I have very, very extra pure feelings for that soul, that maybe one day, one moment, this soul fortune will shine. And if there is any kind of burden, can be removed. So it's like I'm still trying to, in a very subtle way, help the soul and increase my more pure, benevolent, and generous feelings towards the souls. So that's what I find, that the quality of love.
Mhm.
When if I see anyone, meet anyone, I just love that soul, That's like, then I say, well, somebody was saying, but that person even didn't talk to you. I said, but I don't know. This is soul. There is love. Every soul has a lot of good qualities, and we just have to have love. But then again, sometimes drama, different scenes, the sanskars. So not allowing oneself to be disappointed because of any reason. Keep thinking it's Baba's task, Baba's yagya, Baba's instrument, all are Baba's children, and so maintain that pure love for every soul. And I think it helps, and also trust is important. Trusting one soul. There are many, many who had been with me for years, 30 years, 40 years. And, one soul recently told me that if you would not have trusted me, I wouldn't have been what I am today. So one thing also, I don't know, sometimes others tell me, oh, it's too much, you trusting, it's so new, this one. I said, but trust is trust, it won't go waste, I think. If I am trusting, it will help the soul, and also it's good for me. So love and trust are very important qualities.
Mm. Well, I can share my own experience with you. I think I would not be here talking to you tonight if I didn't feel your love and your trust for 38 years. So definitely, I can only agree. I don't know if I can share that way also, Mohini Didi, but the feeling I have also is that you, of course, have always been very, very trusting, very loving, but I really feel that over the past few years, your love has quite dramatically, I would say, but very visibly changed. And I'm sure you had it before, maybe more incognito, or, I know you've been always very careful not to get too close either from all of us, because we we want to hug you all the time and you don't like it. That's okay. But is your love has increased your task? Or is your task increasing has increased your love? What has happened?
I don't think anything has increased, because we only have to be sensible where to use energy and how much, So gradually you keep assigning others certain things, and, I feel that one has to be sensible to take the task which is manageable. Like you have to let go a lot of things, but also, once it's responsibility, it is responsibility. But you don't have to be all the time kind of very much involved in that, So I can quickly also get detached from the task too.
Mhm.
I said, okay, you all do it now. Up to certain extent, I have helped. But I definitely, if it's my responsibility, I keep eye on it, but not necessarily involved very much, And it doesn't make me insecure, like, oh, they will take over, then what will happen? No, because I know that once you trust and they use that trust and they do much more, So that I definitely feel that my companions, my younger ones, and all of them, they should use their maximum capacity. And it's only by trusting that happens, right? So it's not my work increases, but only at certain level I have to give that support where everyone feels that, yes, I care, I support, There are few they might not be feeling, but my heart is always like that. I mean,
But do you feel that
that was my,
you love us more? Or do you feel that your love is, I mean, it's like a fruit, I'm sure it must be maturing, or, even Daddy Janki, when Daddy Janki, after Daddy Kumarka left us, Daddy Janki, I remember I was in Madhuban, I hope I'm correct, but she said, I know you loved Daddy Ji very much. He was very loving. I have to be more loving now towards you. So she paid attention to even express that love. Not that she didn't have, but I think she tried to express it even more. But I really feel from you that your love has become, very, very, very fragrant and present. And so I don't know what has triggered it, or if it has been, if you feel that there's more love. And it seems you talk about love a lot, so we love it.
anyway, I think,
You want to close the program now?
no, what happened is just, time is such and time is short. And I always feel when Baba says, we all will be together all the time, right? Whole kalpa in some relationship or other. So I like loveful relationships, because why not enjoy here, no? Loveful relationship, golden age, then silver age, copper age. Now is conference age, So this loveful relationships is that's what my contentment is about, that from my heart. Anyone, not only that, but I love birds, I love flowers, I love, so, but that had been there, but as you said, maybe with the time we are able to manifest and express it. I'm not doing anything much. Actually, we have to make less toli. We are not feeding toli or cooking more or anything, but it's just the vibrations,
Mm.
And I really believe that in Baba's yagya, at Baba's home, I don't want to have a single thought which is not good for yagya. To sustain the yagya, prosperity, happiness, all that comes from our pure vibrations and loveful vibrations. Right?
In the same way you describe beautifully Baba's presence being very subtle, from the time I've known you, I felt your presence many times in, feeling that some things will come to my mind, and I would know. I would have talked to you a few days before, and you would have said few words, and I know you would have been thinking about it, and I would have felt the echo of your thoughts, and you've come to my dreams many, many times. And it's good you like flowers, and if I could express my love for you, I would bring you fields of flowers and mountains of flowers, but they don't go through Zoom. But behind this wall, I have a magic jasmine plant, which is beautiful. So tomorrow is Mother's Day. And as our spiritual mother, I wanted to give you a beautiful jasmine flower, which is extremely fragrant.
Wow,
so it's
beautiful.
one tiny flower, but it has the smell of a whole mountain of flowers with magic, life-giving herb that, as my inner Hanuman brings to you for staying with us a long time and giving us that love more and more. Keep giving it, we love it. And then this loving relationship will be honored tomorrow as Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day, Mother Mohini, and lots of love from the heart, and big, big thank you for all that love that has made us into flowers as well in this particular way. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, lot of flowers are coming, plants are coming for Mother's Day, so we will offer to Baba. And you see always flowers around. And one brother from Gansarovar was saying, when you offer bhog, we especially turn on to see the flowers because there are so many beautiful flowers. So thank you everyone for sending flowers and plant and different things for Mother's Day. Yes, I will definitely offer them to Baba. Om Shanti, thank you, and good night.
Good night, thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much, Didi and Brother Eric. It was wonderful. And we all had a lot of course, learning, but laugh. So thank you. And of course, our Didi's love was always there. But yes, we can feel more, we can see more, we can fragrant more. Yes, thank you so much. So tomorrow is Mother's Day, so we'll be together and we'll be offering bhog together. And as you all know, that our schedule will be same, and evening will be special Mother's Day bhog, and request everyone during this sharing drishti, you can keep one flower in your hand or something else, whatever, and let's share. Om Shanti. Now let's remember Baba. Share drishti, take drishti, and turn on your video. Thanks.
Yes, our Baba is very sweet, very lovely. So every Murli says, be sweet and be lovely. So when we will reach to that stage, sweet and lovely, yes, then we fulfill Baba's desires, Baba's hope in us, right? So Om Shanti, good night, everyone. Happy Mother's Day for tomorrow. Om Shanti.